Alrighty. Hello, welcome back to the stream. So, it is currently early in the morning, 7 o'clock. I've decided, let's try and beat Radahn. But, let me fill you in on what I've been doing for the last several days, since I have been playing off-screen, on my own time, just, trying things out, practicing against Radahn a little bit. I almost killed him one time, and then intentionally died so that I could do it on stream for realsies. I'll get to that in a little bit. And, yeah, I've just been doing a bunch of stuff, just checking things out. The main thing I've learned is that the summons are a trap. Do not summon for Radahn. That is a mistake. Like, you can maybe summon Ansbach, but don't summon Tialier and Ansbach. Probably don't summon Tialier at all, because the amount of health Radahn gets for summoning is frankly absurd. I'm having way more success just going in solo. Way more success. Like, if I go in with a summon, sure, he takes the attention off of me a lot, but also, like, it's a lot of damage that I'm losing out on. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. All right, so let's talk you through what I've been doing. Ooh, that's loud, isn't it? It's not that loud. Can I just capture this in OBS? I should be able to. Window capture. Media player. There we go. Why did I have this window off center? Weird. All right. So, by the way, the Steam, like, you can actually see the dates of when I was recording all these things, so it's not a surprise. The Steam, like, flashback recording feature, fantastic. Just have it on in the background, and then when something cool happens, you just shift-tab out, open the thing, start clicking around, cut a clip. It's amazingly convenient. Like, any of the other flashback stuff that's like GeForce, Shadowplay, and whatever, handy, but being able to actually edit the clip down and directly export it into your folders, so good. It's so good. Anyway, so I'm just going to go through a bit of what I was doing. This is mostly just me picking up random items from around the world that I missed. For example, here, I'm going to turn down the sound on this a little bit, actually. So, you remember I fought that big bear? Turns out there's a second big bear in a lake next to the Shadow Keep. Nowhere near as tricky. Like, you can see I just busted through that dude with one palm strike. Like, that's 5,000 damage or so from that. I was taking a lot of hits too, but just fine. But, after killing him, you get a little funky item, which is called Pelt of Ralva, which basically is just an item that boosts the power of the bear roar you get from the other bear, which is kind of funky. I might play around with that, but probably not. All right, next up, there's an ulcerated tree spirit down here in the river that I killed. I totally forgot about this one. It's one I just found, but never wound up killing. It wasn't a particularly big deal. But after killing it, what you get is a horned bairn. And I haven't actually tried this thing out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like an FP summon little tracking ball thing. I haven't really done anything with it, though. In fact, I haven't used it at all. Alright, next up, this Ghostflame Dragon. I kept this one around just for funsies because I wanted to show off, like, how much destruction this thing did to the surrounding area, and, like, that it was constantly fighting this one Black Knight. Like, this dude's doing a good job right here. He's keeping up well. Anyway, that one wasn't too much of a trouble. I think at this point in time, I was using my Holy Fists because I was just hunting down Ghostflame Dragons, so I wanted to get the bonus damage on them. Pretty sure it just drops a heart. Yeah, nothing to note, really. Oh, I did find the repeating crossbow on the ground there. It was just hanging out. I don't know where it came from. I'm not sure if an enemy dropped it or what happened. But yeah, I just found it, so that's neat. All right, next up. Oh, right. This is off in the starting area. If you go off into the woods, there's an NPC walking around called, what is it? Loger the Beastclaw. Basically, I just never found this dude earlier, and I went in and fought him. He actually does a lot more damage than I was expecting. He kind of has a similar moveset to the bear dude, which is interesting. And when I have his weapon, I mostly got it because he has an Ash of War attached to the weapon that I wanted. Which was, let's see here. Yeah, Beast Claw, and it has an Ash of War attached to it, which is like Beast Hunt or something. I don't remember. I'll look at it. All right, so this was yesterday? Yeah. $7.5. Why is... No, I did this like the other day. What? Why does it say 7.5? That doesn't make any sense. The dates are wrong, apparently. Anyway, this is basically, if you go to the entrance of Castle Elia, whatever it is, there's a little area you can go down, which has the Spellject Talisman +3, which I'd been missing. That was like the one +3 talisman I didn't have, which I might actually use against Radahn because he does a lot of magic damage. All right, and this is a little thing I was searching around for. So... Oh no, this is something else. Okay, so there's this dude here. For whatever reason, like I went down there and tried to pick it up, and then I noticed that there's a chest in here I just never got. I just never found this chest somehow. It's got a Loyal Knight's Cookbook. I think it has just magic grease. It's nothing important, but it's just like, I just never found it for some reason. All right, up here, this is where that portal is that takes you to Rao. But the main reason I'm here is because there's a building behind it that I never went into. So going around the back of it, you can fall off of this cliff and get into that little section of the castle over there that just, it doesn't have a whole lot. It's basically only there for one item, which I'm about to get. But that's pretty much it. I don't know why it said look carefully ahead. It's just like, it's literally just a straight drop. It's nothing important. But up, there we go, Castle Ensis. Go over here, and I believe this was a sword? Yeah, Carrion Sorcery Sword. I didn't look at this one, but we'll look at it when I get back in the game. Alright. Next up. This was tricky. So, near this spot, there is a random stone astrolabe that's just hanging out on a cliffside that you can't get to. And I figured out that you could only jump onto the ledges on this side of the building. And from there... Hold on. Yeah, you can't jump onto the ledges on the other side for some reason. You can only jump on this side. So what I did is I jumped onto the ledge and actually just... Wait for it once I'm checking myself here. I'm making sure I can't jump to the other roof there. You get in there, you shimmy around the side of the building, and then you're able to get to the stone astrolabe. It's literally just a moonlight shard or a starlight shard. It's the same as it always is. It's nothing important or useful, really, but it is there. All right. So next up, this is something weird, and I don't know why it exists. So I was running around just like trying to find random stuff, looking around for things that might be of interest on the map. And I spotted a lake. And while I was standing on the lake, I said, what is that a cross? And I head over in that direction, and yeah, there's a spirit spring right here. Tried to find out how you open it up. And in a second, I will head to the location that has it, because I just kind of wandered in a direction and found it. Yeah, there it is. So you basically go around the side of the cliff. Bust that open. That takes you to the Spirit Spring. And up on top... there's a bunch of grave birds. Like, a lot of them. I don't know why there's so many of them. But there's a ton of grave birds just hanging around. I spent some time fighting them. And when you head up, you find a cross and a grace. And that's all that's up here. It's just... it's called the Scataview Cross. And as far as I can tell, it's just a really nice view. It doesn't seem to have anything. I abandoned here my eye. I mean, besides the Scattertree fragment, but like, that's it. That's the only thing that's there, just the fragment. It's weird. I don't know what's up with that. It has a really good view, but it's strange. All right, so this is when I was doing some testing against Radahn. Basically, there is a small dungeon that I never found. And it's right next to the boulders, near Lens Rise, I think. It's pretty much right under the Dragon Barrow. The reason I'm wearing Moore's armor is because I was testing out a really high poise build. But this is Dragon Barrow Cave. It's way beneath where I am currently. I'm far too strong for this level. It's got a rune bear in it, which I think was the toughest enemy in the entire cave. It's got some wolves, and then it has like 2 beastmen from Farum Azula, which are not very strong. But yeah, there's the rune bear. That's the strongest enemy in this area. I spent a little bit of time fighting this one, and that's really the most of it. Anyway, heading down. Here's the boss. You just drop into this room, and it's got 2 beastmen. And that's really it. That's the whole dungeon. I don't even remember what you get out of this. I don't think it's good. But like I said, the main reason I was doing this is because I was doing a poise build, and I wanted to see if I could just, like, brawl it out with Radahn. Spoiler, you can't. He does a lot of damage. But I was just duking it out with Radahn, using the super heavy poise armor, super heavy armor, just maxing everything out. I fat rolling, but I'm not even rolling. I'm just going. And I don't remember what I get. I don't think it was worth it. It's like nothing. Oh, it was a Flame Drake Talisman Tusk 2. You know, the thing I already have a much better version of. I mean, to be fair, this probably would have been a way better version in the base game, but hey, whatever. Alright. So that was the main part of the dungeon. Then after going back, the main reason I came here was I was looking for a specific item that's hanging out in this dungeon. This dungeon's a little bit of a maze just because it's kind of a bunch of random caves leading off into different directions, so I had to find it. But after looking around, I did eventually I don't know why I spent so long on this clip. There we go. I did eventually find the item I was looking for after I stopped collecting loot. And that is the Bull Goat Talisman, which increases your poise by like 30% or something. So with Moore's armor and that talisman on, I have 133 poise, which means I basically don't ever stagger. It's really funny. It's not very good, but it is very funny. All right, and finally, this is just a little thing I picked up when I was, this is the, I want to say it was Telu's Forge. It's the one in the Rao base. Anyway, heading out of there, if you head up to the southwest, there is a bunch of these blood fiends hanging out in a lake, and then some of them fighting some Mesmer soldiers. I think this was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing. But if you head past where they're fighting, there is a very small Mesmer Camp right here. And what that gives you is a talisman, which is the Pearl Shield Talisman. And what that does is it boosts your elemental negation while you're using your shield. I mainly got that one for the build I'm going with. Now, what's the build I'm going with? Well, let me explain. I'll just close this real quick and open up ELDEN Ring. Anyway, the main takeaway here is that the game capture thing for Steam that's built in is great because you can just shift tab and copy whatever you want as a clip. It's fantastic. I love it. It's really good. All right, so I'm a little disappointed in myself, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, let me just make doubly extra sure that I do this. Did I do that last night? It's those files. Okay, good. It's taking a second. Hold on. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. There we go. Okay, so I have backed up a save for myself. So I have a save that is just made. It is right now. Oh, that's right. I was on the suppressing pillar for some reason. I think I came here just because I was like looking for stuff, and this has a good view of the surrounding area. Anyway. Finding that one random cross and grace out in the middle of nowhere really kind of like, ooh, there's stuff still here. All right. So here's why I'm a little disappointed in myself. I am bowing to meta. Oh, there's the Carrion Sorcery Sword, right. So what happened is, one of the other things I did, and I did this, my initial intent was to treat this as a backup plan in case, like, I got really frustrated and decided, you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm done with this fight, I'm done with the DLC, I want to just end it. I will get the Ansper Rapier and use it. So, I never got this. There's an NPC west of the Shaded Castle. That place where you go fight the Marias Executioner dude, and it's full of poison in the base game. But this was after probably several hours of trying out different builds, different attempts. You can see I've got some claw legs on. That's because I was doing a thing where I was trying out a straight kicking build using Dane's footwork and exclusively using kicks. Those legs have an effect that boosts the damage of kicks, which is why I had them on. So I could have those on instead of the Rakshasa gear for, you know, better defense marginally with the same ended damage output. But that didn't work out because the Dane's the whirling kick move is not that great against Radahn. Anyway, that dude lived for half a second. I got the Ansper Rapier, Mariah's Mask, and Mariah's Robe. And I have since equipped it with a weapon art that makes it do bleed. So it is now a bleed and Scarlet Rot weapon. And the reason I've done this is because after doing a lot of build testing, I tested out fists, I actually respec'd and did like a heavy arcane build where I would just like super bleed him. I did a magic build, I did a whole bunch of stuff, various attempts all over the place. None of them really worked for me. So I bowed to meta, I grabbed the fingerprint shield, and I grabbed the Ents for Rapier. And my first attempt with it actually went pretty poorly. So even with this, it's not easy mode. You still need to focus up and do it. But I did it. I focused up, and I did almost kill him. I got him to his final nuke, which is when I decided to die and let myself just, you know, fade away so I could do it on stream. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed I had to resort to this. But this dude is like Millennia level problems. Mostly because of that one move in phase... All of his moves in phase 2, really, where he just like shoots clones out of himself and you can't see him. At least when Millennia does them, they're like coming out at weird angles, so they look stylish, and then they're like hitting you from different angles. In this case, no, it's just, you know, get hit 5 times, and the timing's different for the last time, and you have to just not see it visually, you just have to know. It's kind of awful. And then there's also the flashing lights everywhere. So by the way, if you don't like flashing lights, don't watch this stream. Alright, so let's look at my inventory here. I'll go through the stuff I picked up most recently. Oh, interesting. The bull goat greaves are getting added here because I took them out of my box. Alright, oh, right, that's another thing I did. I'm pretty sure I showed these ones off on stream before. I found the spot where this is. This is a painting. Basically, it's a dragon transformation. It transforms you into a dragon person, and this boosts dragon communion incantations, which is neat. I have a screenshot of it on my thing. I forgot I did this because I found this before I turned on the screenshot stuff. Or the capture stuff, so I did not have, like, a good image of it. Okay, let me just... I guess I gotta download it, which is annoying. These things are saved on my computer. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, here we go. Here's the picture. Nope, that's the wrong picture. God. There we go. Alright, so here you go. Basically, there is one spot on the side of the mountain where the storm clears up and you can see the Erdtree, or the scatter tree. I don't know if this only happens after you kill Bale. I don't know if you can do it before you kill Bale. But there it is, and you can get it. I think you can probably do it anytime, but it might also be only after you kill Bale, because there's that other painting that you can only get when you unlock the city that I'm currently in. So, who knows? I don't. But anyway, here. Let's go through these items. Rock Heart. Heart consumed in the ancient original form of Dragon Communion. Used while disrobed to turn one's human flesh into an ancient dragon. This change cannot be undone except by death. Using this heart while already transformed temporarily boosts Dragon Communion incantations. The last thing the partaker saw with human eyes was a sunset. Its colors faded and tarnished, a remote thing from eternity. Okay, we got a message from Leda. I don't remember where I found this. I think you find this at the cross that Leda's hanging out at after, like, she's disappeared from it, but I don't know. Like, I don't remember where I got this, and this was definitely way after I'd already killed her, so it doesn't really matter. Pelt of Ralva. Pelt of Ralva, the Great Red Bear, worn upon the head without modification. Enhances incantations. What is jokingly called Bear Communion. This untreated hide, won at the end of a bloody bout, is just the thing to make a wild bear out of a warrior. Horned Bairn. Doll of a Tangled Horned Bairn. Use FP to summon vengeful spirits. Tangled horns are a symbol of spirituality, but most young born bearing the overside horns meet a frightfully early demise. These fetishes are made to memorialize them. I had some extra dragon hearts from killing those ghost flame dragons. There's the crossbow. Unique skill, repeating fire. The skill readies the weapon's rapid fire mechanism. Once in ready stance, crank the handle to fire bolts in rapid succession. That's what that dude had. I had a Mesmer Solar Shield, Lord Sworn's Bolt. Oh, right. I found this. That was in the Serpent River catacombs. I just kind of went around and saw what was in there and found this. It is Hugh, Knight Captain of the Black Knights, using a dual blade. The Black Knights were the primary force of Mesmer's army. Second to their first Knight Commander was Hugh, a man with agile command of both twin blade techniques and the powers of the Crucible, and whose spirit in these ashes dwells. Though a champion of the Divine Beast Hunt, he followed his father, Andreas, into rebellion against Mesmer, and like his father, he too was imprisoned in an underground tomb. Mesmer mourned the loss of a brother-in-arms. So that's interesting. It means that, like, there was actual infighting going on, possibly because they were, like, aligned with the Crucible, and when Mesmer burned the city, they turned against him because, like, the Crucible is aligned with the tower. Who knows? Alright, I got an imp head. I just killed one of those imps. Head covering made from the largely unaltered head of an impish golem, resembling a lion in appearance, life force faintly clings to it. Oh, I also found Knight's Lightning Spear. I think that was in the same dungeon as Hugh. One of the incantations of the capital's ancient dragon cult summons a lightning spear while also manifesting ancient dragon crests. On throwing the spear, the crest will launch additional spears. Charge to increase the number of crests and add a bolt of lightning to impact. An incantation that was taught only to the most accomplished knights, and now a lost art in the lands between, because they all went here. I also got these because I went into the Deathblight dungeon. Sharpshot Talisman. This thing was found past Commander Gaius. There's like a little shack with an Albinauric hanging out, and it's just hanging out in the shack. The Albinauric archers were in a class of their own, and their deadly long-range specialists struck fear into the hearts of men. I also got a Fire Knight Gauntlet drop. Each and every knight hail from a renowned family of the Erdtree's upper echelons, but were shunned and chased from their homes after pledging allegiance to Mesmer as their master. I also, this was in the storeroom, found the dueling shield, which was just hanging out on a shelf that I never saw. A thrusting shield, or combined weapon and shield, enables the wielder to attack and guard simultaneously. An armament once used in ritual combat performed to honor the Erdtree, a custom that had somehow remained within the realm of shadow. This is the Beast Claw. This is the one I got from Logureos, or whatever his name was. Weapon in the form of carnivorous beast of vicious claws, used to perform bestial slashing attacks uncanny to humankind. An imitation of the esoteric technique of the Horned Warriors. Those who carry this weapon wield it as though they have been possessed by a savage beast. And the reason why I got this is for the Savage Claws, or the Raging Beast Ash of War, which is apparently on it. Ash of War grants an armament the keen affinity in the following skill: Raging Beast. Step with the swiftness of beast, leap high and slash foe from above. Initial step can be taken forward, backward, left or right. Strong attack allows for follow-up attack. Usable on the Beast Claws. So this is basically just a alternate move for that. I guess I apparently picked up a second level tier someplace. I don't remember that. Got some Perfumer robes. Those are just regular drops. I'm pretty sure those are from the base game too. Yeah. Rolling Sparks. This was hanging out, I want to say, next to the Shadow Keep entrance. Rolling Sparks scatter perfume powder before you, triggering rolling explosions of deadly sparks. The properties of the sparks are determined by the perfume bottle used. I don't think I picked that up. I'm pretty sure I just had that in my inventory, but I was equipping it because I needed to get these legs. Greaves the Divine Bird Warriors, the very first of all the Horned Warriors, made from a golden metal. The grape short talons increase the force generated by kicks. That first enemy you fight after getting into Enir Ilim, that bird dude who shoots wings out, or feathers out, and has wings and has dual swords, drops this item, and I managed to farm it out using this. So that's why I picked these things up. There's the Anspur Rapier. Unfortunately, I can't level it up plus 21, past plus 21, because I don't have access to the upgrade materials. Here's the Mariah's Mask. Mask in the image of a white-haired young noble, customary worn by the head of House Mariah's. Increases arcane. The Mariah's family has a dual history spanning generations, serving as both executioners and castellans of the Shaded Castle. This mask bears the likeness of the first of their line. The sons of House Mariah's are all sickly born. Little wonder that Malay Mariah's would be so beguiled by the beautiful and fierce goddess who was born into rot. Alright, these are all the same. This is basically the same as all the other ones. Bullgoat Talisman. The Bullgoats are associated with the stout and mighty Tragoth, said to be unflinching in combat, now a silent comment to those who fight. Raises poise, and it raises poise by a lot. Like, a lot. Alright, next up we have Pearl Shield Talisman, depicting a knight bearing a pearlescent great shield. Boosts all non-physical damage negation while guarding. The nature of the potential of impurity surpassed the understanding of the knights, and so they were forced to prepare for all threats known or unknown. I also bought a bunch of boiled crab. Let's see. This is the Spelldrig Talisman. I don't know why these are out of order. Loyal Knight's Cookbook, Royal Magic Grease, Drawstring Royal Magic Grease. I don't know where I got a dagger from. Carrion Sorcery Sword, one of the Carrion Royal Family's Glintstone Swords. A smaller piercing sword with a slender blade, formerly used by the Carrion Knights of old before the full refinement of their sorcerous combat techniques. This armament functions as a catalyst for Glintstone sorcery when executing strong attacks. What? What? Skill lets piercing armaments overcome threatening shields. Build power than lunge for the strong... Okay, I need to try this one out, actually. Do I have... I have 15, so I need one more in, so I can just talisman it up. I got a Black Knight helm just from a drop. Helm worn by the Black Knight, servants of Mesmer the Impaler. Black iron ornament with gold. A rotten odor stubbornly clings to it. Perhaps it arises from the tainted nature of the blood that splattered it, or perhaps is the wearer's own blackened soul festering after endless slaughter. Okay, that's everything I picked up. So, real quick, we're going to change this. I need to equip a spell. What? So the strong attack is just... So just straight up, the strong attack is a spell. Weird. That's weird. That is bizarre. That is really weird. Oh yeah, I'm going to swap my Great Rune over. I think it's fitting I go for Radahn's Great Rune there. But also, I need stamina. Stamina. Yeah, that should be good. Alright. So I will not summon for this fight anymore. Like I said, it is a trap. Do not do it. Here we go. Oops, that was a mistake. Oh, that's new. I've never seen him do that combo. I've never seen him do that combo. It always ends before that point. Anyway, I don't usually do the guard counters. That was mostly just for me to try and learn how they actually work, which perhaps was a silly move. So as I mentioned, even with this shield and build, this is not free. This is not a free fight, even with that. Someone else has the same build. What? I blocked that! Like, I actually blocked that. What? Anyway, I think I gotta stop doing guard counters. That's, seems like a bad idea. Is there no boost physical damage by the utmost? Damage negation. Oh, there's a lightning scorpion charm and a magic scorpion charm. I should find those. Buy the magic one, really. Well, not that I'm using magic at the moment. Wait, where's Warrior Jar Shard? Drops from Iron Fist Alexander when you kill him without completing his quest line. Okay, never mind. Damage negation by 20% while guarding. Damage negation, 20% fire damage, damage negation. There is no... Wait. There's nothing there about enormously... Okay, the only one is this. There's no by the utmost. This is it. 20% reduction, though, is pretty good. Alright. I could do this with the shield. Either the blocking one or the other one. Either one's good. But... Alright, let's see if this works. Gotta just be not be stupid. Oh, good, I rotted him. There we go. There we go. Actually, this is fine. Okay, time to go. Oh, that was a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. I got another one of these before I die instantly. There we go. God slain. Dang. Like I said, I was hoping that'd be a short stream, and this was my last resort. And most importantly, I do have a save backed up. So if I really want to go back and do this, quote, legit, I can. What is this? Let us go together. Okay, well, before I touch memory, I'm going to touch the grace. Take the power of its namesake via your finger reader. Remembrance of Radahn, Consort of Mikola, hewn into the Erdtree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader, alternatively it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. In their childhood, Mikola saw in Radahn a lord, his strength and kindness that stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Mikola made his heartfelt wish that Radahn would one day be his king consort. Circlet of Light. The circlet of light which adorned Mikola's head as he returned in divine aspect. It has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boosts intelligence, faith, and arcane, while also boosting the power of Mikola's light. Oh, very slightly, yeah. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Mikola's age of compassion would be built, should it have ever come to pass. I gotta say, thanks all those people who are praising my message, whichever one it was. Probably that one. The Consecrated Snowfield one gets a lot of attention for some reason. I don't really know why. There's Leda. Where's my gear? I might need to sit at a grace. Okay, let's see. Block quest line. Final encounter. Oh, I actually have to rest. Okay. Gate of Divinity. Oh. Collier's hidden needle, mask, garb, gloves, and trousers. Wise man's mask, attire, manchette, boots, lamia, and furious blade of Ansbach. Alright, let's start here. Eternal sleep buildup. Concealed weapon used by Thiolier, of a design generally favored by poison wielders for dark and subtle purposes. Like St. Trina, who blossomed in the deep purple garden, a rich poison is secreted from within, which sends its victims into an eternal sleep. Unique skill Sleep Evermore pierces the enemy deeply with a poison-coated needle that delivers eternal sleep. If the follow-up strike lands upon a foe who's already in a state of slumber or eternal sleep, it will deal significant damage. Do you need to worry about that, though? Because eternal sleep is already kind of huge. I can use it, though. Thiolier's mask. A mask upon which is carved a tranquil sleeping face. The silver hair is arranged in the same style as St. Trina's, increasing arcane. Just once, Thiolier was granted the sweet repose of velvety sleep. The remainder of his days would be spent attempting to recapture it. It increases... All these increase arcane? No, just those two. Dark attire of those who wield poison in secret. Silver hair is arranged in the same style as St. Trina's, increasing arcane. Additionally, countless needles are sewn into the exterior, apparently for talismanic effect. Dark gloves of those who wield poison in secret, ever scorned and loathed. Dark trousers of those who wield poison in secret. The iron mask of Sir Ansbach, giving the appearance of a quiet, wise, old bearded man. But an old fear lurks beneath, together with the cold, unflinching discipline that once honed his blade, now employed to enhance blood oath and dynastic skills? What is a dynastic skill? Attire Sir Ansbach, the embroidered crest of the Pure Blood Knights is now all but faded away. Slightly enhances blood oath and dynastic skills. Ansbach understood that keeping his oath to his old master was not an act of logic, nor would it bear any justice, but it was for these very reasons he was unable to let go. Manchettes of Sir Ansbach, black leather adorned with gold embroidery. What is a dynastic skill? Dynastic sickle play is a skill of the obsidian lamina, which is Sir Ansbach's weapon. What does that mean? Finesse evasive skill that creates space to maneuver. I'll look at it in a second, but like, what does that mean? Okay, let me look at Sir Ansbach's... Okay, Ansbach's attire. Ansbach's set for the list of affected skills. Okay. Affects the following skills. Bloody Helis, Dynastic Finesse, follow-up attack. Follow-up heavy attack is increased damage. Obsidian Lamina, Dynastic Sickle Play, follow-up heavy attack is increased damage. Reduvia, Bloodblade. Rivers of Blood, Corpse Piler, Ash of War, Bloodblade, Bloody Slash, and Blood Tax. Also does not affect Mogwin's Sacred Spear or the Blood Boon Ritual. Interesting. And what is a Enhances Blood Oath. What is Blood Oath? No, okay, it's just skills. It's just weapon skills. There are no spells. So it's Bloody Halise, Vari's Bouquet, Obsidian Lamina, Ash of War, Bloody Slash, Ash of War Blood Tax. I never managed to get Vari's Bouquet. That's unfortunate. Reduvia, Rivers of Blood, Eleanor's Polearm, Ash of War Bloodblade. Okay, I kind of see how it works now. Okay. Sir Ensbach, yep. Signature, Obsidian Lamina, needs 17 Arcane. Signature weapon of the Pure Blood Knight, Ansbach, a viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. The Obsidian Edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose. Only well-honed skill is required to rip and rend through foes, sowing blossoms of red upon the battlefield. A finessed, evasive skill that creates space to maneuver. Inputs to take direction of the back step. Follow up with a strong attack to perform an advancing upward slash. Press strong attack again to bring the weapon back down. Finally, Furious Blade of Ansbach is a incantation. Produces a blood flame blade from the side of the hand and lunges at enemies to cleave through them. Charge to increase the number of slashes. Markedly different from the finesse swordplay of the Dynast, this is an aggressive last resort of an incantation that gave rise to Ansbach's fearsome reputation. Cool. Okay. I think that's it for the DLC, pretty much. Got one last thing to do. Obviously. Also, might want to level up, because I do have 500,000 souls. Like, there's no reason not to use them, unless I want to stick at level 180 for some reason. Alright, let's see what I got from you. Oh, 3 of them? 3 of them. Greatsword of Radahn Lord, Greatsword of Radahn Light, and Light of Mikola. 72 faith, Jesus! The strength of Mikola upon his deific return wielded as an incantation. Annihilates foes with a pillar of light. Mikola sought to accept all that was and would be, but found one that refused to be embraced. No wonder, as one god and one king consort is... No wonder, as one god and one king consort is all the world needs. Great swords of black steel wielded by Radahn in his youth, a pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif. These were in his possession immediately before his triumph over the stars, the swords of a lord who does not rely on physical strength and gravity alone. Light Seed Splash. Assume a luminous form and leap forward to deliver a downward slash at the speed of light. This attack will be followed up by an additional light attack. Charge to increase power of the skill and number of follow-up attacks. Promised Consort. So basically you get your unique skill. Imbue the 2 great swords with the light of Mikola, then deliver a slashing attack accompanied by columns of light. Additional input allows for up to 2 follow-up attacks. I can use these 2, but this one I would need to respec just to test. Okay. Let's do this then. We're gonna cheese a little. Is the game still running according to Steam? Let me see. It is. Give it a second. Give it a minute. There we go. Okay. Thought I saw an ant. Okay. So we're going to make a new folder after DLC final boss. I'm going to copy these in here. So now I can just reload after I buy a thing and try out the other weapons. And also we're going to try out that incantation because that seems cool. Don't know how good it is, but it seems cool. Also, I can boost my arcane a little bit to try out Ansbach's thing. Anyway, wow, that is a way easier boss when you just block all of his moves using the hard tier. That thing is kind of crazy. I will not be shocked. Okay, well, it's not like it's instant win, the build, but it is pretty close if you know what you're doing. All right, let's try out... Oh, can I get equipment from people too? Young Lion. Oh, Young Lion. The golden greaves worn by Radahn in his younger years, worn by a fierce lion. When Melania Blade and Mikola let the rot flower blossom in Aeonia, Radahn heard a murmur in his ear. Mikola awaits the promised consort? Wait, what? So, was this always the plan? Was it always the plan to... Why? Wait, so what was the entire fight about then? Mikola... Did Mikola intentionally... Wait, no. Melania must have been in on it then. Melania must have known. She must have been in on it. And the fight against Radahn was intentional? Like, my assumption was always Moog stole away Mikola, right? For whatever reason. And then Melania was like, what? Who took Mikola? It was you. And goes after Radahn trying to get Mikola back. And that's what I assumed happened. But clearly not. Clearly, the plan always was for Melania to go after Radahn for some reason. What? There we go. Mesmer the Impaler. On his mother's wishes, Mesmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Directly maledictions, thine ire, and thy grief towards me alone. Interesting. Renala. Yeah, okay. Radahn. Normal Radahn. Gaius. Gaius was the most senior disciple of the same Alabaster Lord who taught Radahn and Gaia gravitational technique? Who's Gaia? My brother will keep his promise. He possesses the wisdom, the allure of a god. He is the most fearsome Empyrean of all. So it's always been the case. She always knew. It's always been the plan for him to do this. Oh, it's a pine cone. Okay, yeah, Rolana is Carrion, of course. So armor of Loretta. Elimer, Mesmer. Moog's stuff. Fell Omen Cloak. Rolana. Oh, it's slightly different. Renala, head of the royal family of Kari, was said to have given her younger sister, who renounced her lineage to chase after Mesmer, a gift of lustrous black hair. Slightly enhances incantations of Mesmer's flame as well as Fire Knight skills. The winged snakes were Mesmer's constant companions. They were there when the base serpent was sealed away behind his eye. They were there through his eternity of suffering. They will accompany him yet in his hideous new form, born when he destroyed the grace granted by his mother. They have accepted his fate as much as he. All right. Anyway, we're here to get these weapons. That's why I came here. Look at this thing. It's so stupidly big. Okay, it's basically a greatsword moveset. Okay, that's pretty spicy. That's pretty spicy, I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty spicy. Okay, now we're just gonna really quickly wait for it to finish doing that. Wait for it. There we go. Place those files. Load it up again. But that is that's a pretty spicy weapon set. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like it. All right, anytime now. Continue. Continue. Nitty. All right. I want Radahn Light. And then we're going to get the incantation and go level up real quick to try it out. And by level up, I mean respec. Oh, what the? Why is it not capturing? Hold up. All I've done so far is get the weapon. So nothing's been missed, but why is it... Why is it not capturing? Oh, yes, what are you doing? LBS, what are you doing? Give it a minute. I don't... What is... Wow, this moveset is so cool. It'd be a shame if nothing was happening on stream for some reason. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I change to... Can I, like, reload this, maybe? Hook rate, normal, no. Is there, like, a way to maybe... I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, that is the wrong thing to capture. Okay, maybe if I do this... I don't know why it's not capturing anymore. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. Just going to restart OBS. It's a good thing I have a two system setup. Remind me later. Because if I didn't, this would probably be really annoying. Okay. Anytime now. I don't know what's going on. Why are you... Okay, maybe if I get rid of these two... I think part of the issue is there's a plugin I downloaded a little while ago which does a capture for OpenVR, which I was using for the purposes of, like, doing depth capture stuff on stream. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this, where I have a double-sized view, but I don't know why it's not working at all. What? Seriously, what is going on? Okay, let me do something here. I suppose it's a good thing that I just happened to finish the DLC, because apparently it just doesn't want to capture anymore. Okay. I've now put it into a window. Like, it's straight up window. If I do this... Set to capture Elden Ring in window. That is not working. Why isn't it working? Why are you not working? Okay, you know what? You know what? I got a last ditch. I have a last... I have a last option, which I will now do. Whoops, wrong button. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. There we go. So now you're just seeing a display capture. Hopefully nothing pops up that's embarrassing. All right, here is the second one. These are the light swords. Okay, wait, so what did it say? It said... charge to increase the power of the skill, number of follow-up attacks. Oh, I see. So if I do like a single hit, it doesn't look like it really decreased it. So I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Let's be back in a second. Maybe it'll work this time. Who knows? Replace the files. Stop the game. Also, don't mind the spike thing. That's a button I had when I was using a program called spike.gg, which is like a auto clipper kind of thing. I haven't used it in a minute since it went out of beta and started charging. So it was neat while it worked. Basically like a fast version of spitting out video for TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but it's kind of had some weird iffy things going on with it. Not like business wise, I just mean like software wise. It was a little iffy at times and kind of jank. So I just stopped using it eventually. It was fine, mostly. Okay. Right. So next we are going to... before I do that, actually, let me buy all the spells that are in here. Those are just weapons. I can actually use this. I'll grab this too. Why not? Okay, I need to be able to hit 72 int and faith. So that's going to be interesting. 72 int and faith is a lot. That's a lot. Let's get minor Erdtree too. Okay. Let's see if I can hit 72 instant faith. If not, I can use these. So, raises faith. Raises intelligence. I also need mine because I have to get enough FP to use them. Oh, I need a like 17 arcane too.
Is it time?
Rebirth me.
Now.
Okay, let's go with 30 on that. That should be enough. How much does this America source... Oh, that's right. Hold on. Okay. America's source seal. Raises everything by 5 each. Okay, so that's 10 on both of those stats, so I only need 62 for both. I'm going to boost this up to 30 just in case. Oh, wait, I forgot. Before I do that.
Me not, I would but.
I totally forgot I was going to use that one weapon. There it is. Let's just go here real quick to test it. Oh, that's fancy. Violent bow using a finger's form as protrusion. Resentment builds is forced to bow, making it explode with anger. Hold button down to further increase resentment. That's kind of spicy, actually. I like that. Like, I could see using that weapon. Maybe not against some bosses, but I could definitely see using it just regular out in the world.
Is it time?
I totally forgot. I've actually had this Great Rune active the whole time, haven't I? Okay, so 62. Let's go with 70, actually. Just in case. Because I think some of them use 80. What, Azur's Comet does, I want to say? Ooh, look at that health drop. Okay, I want to say... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just need a thing to cast sorceries, so... Let's go try out these spells, shall we? All right. First up, we got Rolana's Twin Moons. Nice. Nice. All right, Blades of Stone. Uh-huh. Can you charge Twin Moons? Not really. Those are loud, though. All right, Vortex of Putrescence. Okay, no difference between charging. Cool. Sticks around for a while, too. Ooh, I wonder. Nope, you only get one. Okay. Ledimicola. Oh, it's the nuke! That's pretty spicy, honestly. Okay, this is uncharged. Okay, this is charged. Okay, there's like a slight increase in the size of the beam, it looks like. It's not that huge. This is charged. Oh, so that'll just drain your mana all the way. If you hold it down, it'll just keep going. It's kind of a fun spell. Not very good, but kind of fun. Okay, where else? What else we got? Now let's try out Divine Beast Tornado. This thing... I tried this thing out once, it sucks. Spira. Ghost Flame Breath. Ooh, Rotten Butterflies. That's new. This one. Ansbach's thing. And how about this? Oh, and Flame of Mesmer's there too. Can't forget about Flame of Mesmer. Woo! Okay. Not bad. Divine Bird Feathers. Okay, so this is what Watchful Spirit does. You summon a little ghost over your head, and it shoots out fireballs. Very slowly. Like, it sucks. Okay, so there's Spira. Now what happens if I do multiple Spira? And also, while I'm here... Land of Shadow. Mesmer's Orb. Okay, Ghost Flame Breath. So I believe you can just hold this and it'll keep doing it. Yeah, look at that. That's probably really strong. That is honestly probably super strong. Okay, Giant Golden Arc. Regular. It's basically an incantation version of that one spell. I don't think charging did a whole lot. Golden Arcs. Nope, charging doesn't do anything. Ghost Flame Breath. Rotten Butterflies. Charging didn't seem to do anything. That seemed to do something with charge. Okay, let me see here. What else? What else? What else? I don't know if I've done Swarm of Flies, but it's probably nothing too special. Rain of Fire. This thing. Fire's Deadly Sin. That's the one which causes... Is this the one that causes pillars? I don't actually remember that one. Spike's Dragon Bolt. Dragon Bolt Bless. Electro Charge. I think this is one I picked up. Death Lightning. Fierce Blade of Ansbach. Cool. Very cool. Roar of Regalia. Land of Shadow. Alright, now if I charge it. I think it did a little bit. Woo! That's a big ol' zone of damage. That's spicy. Yeah, I think this is just bleed damage on a attack. Okay. Okay. Cool. Wait, am I just doing damage around myself? I think I'm just passively doing damage around myself with that spell. Okay, well, there's that aspect of the Crucible Bloom. Then we've got Thorns. Horn and Tail are old. We did Erdtree. Wrath from afar. Heal from afar. Pretty sure these are all old. Okay, I think... Oh, nope, that's not everything. Because there are spells I haven't used. Supposed Ghost Fang, Death Rancor, Rancor Call, Mantle Thorns. I tried this, by the way. I tried using this with the Ram Roll move. Does not work, unfortunately. Okay, I did this one. I'm pretty sure I did that one. Did that one. Rock Sling, Gravitational Missile. I think that's everything. It looks like all the spells. So these ones are the last ones. Okay. All right. Well, that's everything. All right. I've now seen everything the DLC has to offer in terms of spells and stuff from buses. Nothing surprises me anymore. But yeah, that's that. So, that's the DLC. Oh, I'm glad that took less time than I was expecting. I was expecting a full 3 hours. But that's really, it was only about 20 minutes plus a bunch of me puttering around doing random nonsense. So I'm kind of happy about that. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there, though. That has been Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. I doubt I'll come back for a stream again to do some random garbage, but you never know, but almost certainly not. Elden Ring has been a fun game. I don't know when I'll want to play it again. Like, realistically, one full playthrough is enough for me for a while. This is the kind of game where in a couple years I will go, man, I could do another run through of Elden Ring and just go do it. The only thing I will possibly do is practice against Radahn and see if I can kill him without using shield and Scarlet Rot poke. Like, that's the only thing. Anyway, that's where I'm leaving that. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, what have you. And just remember, palm fist all your problems away. It's just the right answer for most situations. All right, bye.